This is Will County's News Talk Sports 1340 WJOL. It's time for the Money Talk Radio Show, brought to you by our friends at NuMark Credit Union. We want to remind you that you can grow your money your way. NuMark Credit Union is offering a 4.25 APY for terms of 13 months. CD IRA special. Act now available only for a limited time. Other rates and terms available. Federally insured by NCUA. Call 815-729-3211. Or visit a NuMark office near you. NuMark Credit Union, where you are family. One other point of business, we are giving away a $25 Visa gift card compliments of NuMark Credit Union at the end of the show. Just listen, and you'll hear the answer to the question that I'm going to ask at the end. Be the first correct caller on the Turk Furniture studio line, 815-254-7300. And you are going to be a winner of a $25 Visa gift card compliments of NuMark Credit Union. One of my favorite topics to discuss, Wreath across America. I love when NuMark, who does so much with the Abraham Lincoln National Cemetery and veterans, they do so much. I love this topic because, Flags In, Flags Out gets a huge amount of publicity, which it should, around Memorial Day. But we're really working hard with NuMark and our local veterans and Abraham Lincoln to get as much information out about Wreaths across America. And that's what we're going to do. I'd like to welcome into our WJOL studios NuMark Credit Union volunteer board member Wally Chlipala, who joins us live in our studios. Wally, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Scott. How are you?
I'm fine and dandy. It's nice to see you again, my friend. We don't see each other nearly often enough.
Yeah, we
do something about that next year.
At least every 6 months.
I know. We need to split that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Good to see you. You look healthy. Everything's going well?
Yes, very good.
Good.
Yes,
Good. I'd like to also welcome in a marketing assistant for NuMark Credit Union. It's Maria Marquez. Hello, Maria.
Hi, good morning, Scott. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much for coming on. We appreciate it. And thanks to NuMark for what you and your company does for veterans year round. It's never ceases to amaze me. You're constantly doing something.
Oh, no, it's the least we could do. We try.
Yeah, well, you are succeeding for sure. And Lieutenant Colonel Dino Tsoukatos joins us as well. He's Lieutenant Colonel, United States Air Force, retired. He's also on the Turk Furniture studio line. Hey there, Dino.
Hey, Scott. Thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. And how's things going with you? We talk a couple of times a year. Everything good in your world?
Yeah, we're doing really, really well. Getting excited for another round of the Wreath Across America. It's one of our most popular community service events we do with our cadets.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Well, guys and gal, let's go ahead and jump right in here because we got a lot to cover over the next few minutes. Wally, first of all, what is your role as a volunteer board member? What does that mean? And what does that entail?
Yeah, I've been with NuMark for 20-some years. I actually have about 35 years in the credit union as a director. I came over from another one through a merger. But I'm involved with like ELCO, budget, IT, various other committees. But one of the best parts about it is doing these community functions, where we support local organizations. I mean, that's one of the benefits of being on a director, the board. And actually, this isn't just a community event. We'll get into it, but it's more of a national, global event. So,
absolutely, it is.
And I'm also a veteran. I've been, spent 13 months in Vietnam. I was very lucky.
Yes, you did. Very lucky to be here talking to us today, no doubt. Dino, tell us about your military service and what you do now.
Sure, Scott. I graduated from the University of Illinois in 1997 and then decided to join the Air Force. Went to officer training school, was a career aircraft maintainer, and bounced around the globe in the U.S. for 20 years. Spent about 9 years of that living overseas and then multiple deployments in the Middle East. And then 7 years ago, retired out of Okinawa, Japan, which we loved. And now I've been teaching at Lincoln Way, JROTC, I'm in my 6th year, and I love it.
And you guys have a really good program over there, too, I hear.
We do. It's grown. We've consolidated. So now all 3 schools, Central, East, and West, are all consolidated under one detachment. So all the students come to Central, and we support the entire local community out of one program now. So it's we've got about 212 cadets, and we're growing.
That's awesome. Wally, let's see if he's still loyal to the orange and blue. Hey, Dino, ILL.
I.
There you go. Okay, good to go. My dad was a big Illinois alum. I'm from Central Illinois, so everybody loves Illinois basketball, and they're just okay with football for a while. And at his funeral 3 months ago, 3 times I brought up ILL, and all of his family members from the Champaign, Danville area all would say I. So I always,
wonderful.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. Very cool. And Maria, thank you. How long have you been with NuMark?
I'll be 5 years this December, so it's getting close.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, long experienced run for sure. All right, so Lieutenant Colonel, let's get into this. First of all, we're talking about Wreaths Across America and the project. What is the mission of Wreaths Across America, and how does it work?
Sure. So Wreaths Across America is an annual tribute, and it's basically just to honor our nation's veterans. So each year on the second or third Saturday of December, they'll lay wreaths on veterans' graves all across the U.S. and actually worldwide now in dozens of overseas cemeteries. And their commitment is to remembering and honoring veterans and to recognize the sacrifices and then teach younger generations about the value of the freedoms and just that they have and the importance of honoring those who sacrificed so much to give us those freedoms.
Yeah.
Our cadets help organize the ceremony that happens right before we start laying all the wreaths on the graves. They're at Abraham Lincoln National Cemetery, and it's happening again. Like Wally said, this is now pretty much a global event.
How did get started? How many years has this been going on now?
It started in 1992.
Okay.
And I'll give you, there's actually on the website, there's a wonderful, nice history, kind of goes into a little bit more detail. In the interest of time, I'll kind of give you a little bit of a condensed version. But in 1992, the founder of the Worcester Wreath Company, he had extra wreaths, so he donated them to Arlington as just a way to say thank you. And this private gift went on for years before anybody knew about it. And then the public finally found out. It got real popular in 2007. The Wreaths Across America nonprofit was founded to expand it. And it's just been growing, year after year ever since then. So since 1992.
That's awesome. All right. Have they been able to put a wreath on every gravesite in Arlington?
I think they have in the past. I think in 2014, they were able to get a wreath on every grave marker. And that was, at that time, it was 226,525 wreaths, I believe. Currently, there's over 400,000 people buried at Arlington, and I believe the wreath's goal this year is they want to get to 262,000.
Wow. That's amazing. Wally, we were out at Flags In Day together over Memorial Day, live broadcast, of course, courtesy of NuMark, and that just made me stop and think about why we celebrate Memorial Day. I think that's why everyone was there as well.
Yes.
You have volunteered many times for the Wreaths Across America event down at Abraham Lincoln National Cemetery. What sticks out in your mind about some of those memories?
This is probably, I think we're 15 years now we've been doing this, placing wreaths out there. In the first few years, it was just maybe 1,000 wreaths, 1,500, small group of mostly veterans. Now it has grown to where families are out there, and it's that remember, honor, and teach is the theme of the Wreaths Across America. You see these young kids out there, but also what's also important is the gold. There's usually Gold Star families out there.
Yes,
and that is pretty symbolic of what Wreaths Across America is all about. And the earlier stages was just a group of guys, come out and lay a few wreaths. But now, last year, I believe it was 36 or 37,000.
Wow, that many
wreaths. I think, Dino, was it about 36 or 37,000 wreaths last year?
Yeah, you're right. It was, I think, just over 36,000 change. And I know that their goal this year, they want to try to hit 62,000 is the goal.
That's amazing. Could you explain real quick, Wally, what a Gold Star family is?
Yeah, Gold Star family is actually somebody who has lost a family member that in KIA were killed in action.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
They gave all.
Dino, when is the 2024 Wreaths Across America ceremony taking place?
Ceremony this year will be held on Saturday, December 14th at 11 a.m. There at Abraham Lincoln National Cemetery.
Okay. And that'll happen underneath the big flag, correct?
Correct. That'll be at the large flag there in the center of the entrance as you come down the main street there, right at the end.
Okay. How do people volunteer, and is this an event to bring your family to?
Absolutely a family event. If you go to the website, www.wreathsacrossamerica.org, you'll see there's a volunteer button, and you can navigate to the Abraham Lincoln National Cemetery page, and you can enter your information there and volunteer. You can even invite family members or friends from there as well, so you can get whoever you want to be involved with you to join you.
So, Wally, this happens same as Flags In, right? Basically, if people show up and just there'll be bins set up.
Well, that is correct. But this is a larger attraction of people that will come out to this. So there'll be off-site parking, and it's going to be a center point.
Okay.
Because there's just going to be so many people, and especially if it's a great weather day. Like if the weather was today, I mean, there'd be thousands of people out there.
Kidding.
And because there's a lot of groups.
Yeah.
But Dino, if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be parking at Center Point this year, and they're going to have shuttle buses bringing people into the.
Yeah, they'll have shuttle buses again. So if you want to try to make the ceremony, want to probably leave a little bit earlier because you got to park and then get on the buses, and they'll run them like they did in the past couple of years.
So, Dino, we do the ceremony and then you place right afterwards.
Yes.
Yes, and they'll start placing flags. They'll be placed throughout the cemetery, so they'll have piles. So, like some of our cadets, we get there early. There's volunteer groups that get there early, kind of unload everything, have them in stacks throughout the cemetery. And just real quick on that website, too, let's say you have a loved one that's buried there, or you want to do a grave-specific request, you can actually request that online now. So on that same location, when you volunteer, you can actually, or sponsor a wreath, you can actually select, hey, I would like to sponsor one for a specific grave, and then you have the option to say, I would place it myself, or ask that a volunteer places it for you as well.
Nice. Okay, so that's the way to do that. What about, so it's the 14th, 11 a.m., off-site parking. What about the removal, though, Wally?
Yeah. A little bit more about the specific grave specific forms.
Yeah.
We at NuMark, if you also go, and Dino's correct, if you also go just to NuMarkCU.org, we have on our webpage, it'll take you right to the location for Wreaths Across America, and then go to the donate, and that'll take you right to the NuMark Abraham Lincoln. It's really simple. Is that correct, Maria? I think, we've got a link that just flows you right through there if you go to NuMarkCU.org. But
yeah, we have a site on the page at Wreaths Across America. It's wreathsacrossamerica.org/IL0003, and that is our homepage whenever we donate that, where our results go and our tallies for the donations for the year show up.
Okay, so that's where people can help out with donations.
Oh, yeah, with the donate, or if you want to walk in one of our branches, because we have drop boxes now, and we also will have a form. Mm-hmm. But as far as the wreath placing, please don't go place wreaths before the ceremony ends. Jerry's, who's the new site coordinator, says please emphasize that. Don't go start placing wreaths before the ceremony is completed. It's about 15 minutes.
That's all.
And it's simple. It's the reason why you're there, and then go place the wreaths. But then in January, we got to come out and take all those thousands of wreaths that are frozen in the ground out, and that's going to happen over the Martin Luther King weekend. I believe that would be like January 18th, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in that area. So mark your calendar for that day too, and maybe Scott will have another reminder coming up, because we don't get a crowd out for that. And that's rough work. It's rough work. And last year, the Joliet's Central Steelman showed up out there with a busload of kids, and they were working their.
And that's on a Saturday.
It's a
also?
Saturday.
Okay,
correct, Dino. I believe that is a Saturday.
Yeah, it's a Saturday, and I'd like to echo what Wally's saying. It's like we were out there last year, and you'll get so many volunteers in December, and a lot less in January, probably because it's also a lot colder too. But it is important for us to pick everything up. Yeah,
and it has to be done that day. The mission is that day. I mean, there is no the weather's let's come Sunday or Monday. No, it is that
Well, you're
day.
not doing a good job of selling people and coming out there.
No, we need to do that. Maybe we can wait frozen turkeys or something. I don't know. You
know what? You let's talk a couple more times between January 1st and the 18th. We'll get some people out there for you.
Yeah, we really make that effort to have that done.
Okay, good.
Oh, and also too on grave specific, if you don't know the location, go to va.gov. Just that in there, va.gov. Put a grave locator in any national cemetery. You can find a loved one, and they'll give you the site, and it'll give you the grave marker and a row if it's if they're cremated. Yes.
Awesome. All right. Good. And Maria, you already gave us information on the donation page, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So that is one of the ways you can donate is through the website.
Okay.
We also have, like Wally mentioned, donation boxes at our lobbies at all our branches where you can make donations. There is also the grave-specific form if you want to do that. Normally around this time, we just take donations, but this year we're doing a little something different just to hopefully attract more people and get more people to talk about it. So we are doing a wreath on the wall. So whenever anyone makes a donation, we have these little wreaths cut out
cool. Nice.
that they can place in our walls to show the support that we are providing to Wreaths across America. So hopefully we get more interaction with it this year.
I like that. Good idea. People will see that when they walk in.
Yeah, and also too, Scott, if I'm not mistaken, Maria, we're gonna match up to $2,500 in donations. So come on down.
Yes.
Come on out.
Our donations are going to run through November 23rd, and we will be matching up $2,500 in donations.
Awesome. Absolutely fantastic. All right, Veterans Day, just a few days away from now. Dino, will you share more about the story behind Veterans Day and why we celebrated on the 11th day of the 11th month?
Sure, be happy to, Scott. World War I, which at the time was known as the Great War, it officially ended when the Treaty of Versailles was signed on June 28, 1919 in the Palace Versailles outside the town of Versailles, France. But fighting had ceased 7 months earlier when an armistice between the Allied nations and Germany went into effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. And for that reason, November 11th, 1918 is generally regarded as the end of the war to end all wars. And it's considered a celebration to honor America's veterans for patriotism, love of country, and a willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good.
Very nice. Very well said. Remember that, folks. And also, Dino, if another business or anyone wants to get involved, how can they get signed up?
Again, you can go through the website, the wreathacrossamerica.org website, and you can sponsor and volunteer from there. Obviously, NuMark has their website link, so you can volunteer through their site as well, or go into one of their branches. So it's very, very easy this year to be able to volunteer and or donate.
Okay, sounds good. Wally, we clean everything up here? We good?
Beautiful.
Right.
This is a 3-part cooking. We're going to go for the donations right now. We're going to put them in, and then we're going to come back and remove them in January.
Yes, you are. Raleigh wants everyone to know we're going to remove them in January. Dino, thank you so much for coming on. Maria, thank you for putting everything together this week like you do every week. As always, well done.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Good, thank you. Thank you, Wally.
Okay.
All right, we'd like to remind you that you can grow your money your way. NuMark Credit Union is offering 4.25 APY for terms of 13 months. This is for a CD or IRA. This is special. Act now available for a limited time. Other rates and terms available. Federally insured by NCUA. Call 815-729-3211 or visit a NuMark office near you. NuMark Family, a NuMark where you are family.